Hi, it's Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video, 6 commands that every Windows user should know if you're trying to fix your PC, if you're struggling with programs crashing, instability in Windows, or you're having network connectivity issues. These are 6 excellent commands to run, which will keep your PC running in tip-top condition. With that said, let's head over to the computer and take a closer look. Okay, so we're on our Windows desktop and you're going to want to run PowerShell commands as administrator. So to do that, you can either go to the start bar, type in PowerShell and run as administrator, or however you choose to get to this location. You'll come up with the user account control, Windows PowerShell. Do you want to allow it to run? Yes, we do. And let's start off with the first command. So the first one is really simple. This is chkdsk /R. So what this is going to do is going to check your hard drive for errors, bad sectors, all that kind of stuff, and also unreadable files, and we'll try to restore them back to their proper settings if Windows possibly can. When you're ready, just press enter. Now you will find if you're running this on your main Windows drive, it's going to say that chkdsk cannot run because the volume is in use because you're running Windows. Do you want to schedule this volume to be checked the next time the system restarts? So click yes and press enter, and now it will be checked the next time Windows restarts. So let's take a look and see what that looks like. So Windows is going to start disk checking. If you want to prevent it doing that, just press a key within the time shown on the screen. Otherwise, let it do its thing. Now potentially this could take a little while. It is worth letting it get on and do its thing. If you're doing this on an older mechanical drive, you may find this can take a very long time. If you're using a modern NVMe or SSD, it shouldn't take very long at all, maybe up to about 4 or 5 minutes, depending on the amount of data physically on your drive. Okay, so that took a little bit longer than I expected. It said it was going to take an hour, but it wasn't quite that. It was about 20 minutes or so. If you want to check the logs to see actually what was repaired and what happened, you can go into Event Viewer. And if you go into Windows Logs and Application and then look for an entry for WinInit, you can actually check out the log and see what it's done. And even though this is quite a long log file, looking through it actually looks like everything was pretty good. There were some reparsing of records, but otherwise, yeah, it looks like it's been all okay at the end. So that is great. So now we can move on to the next part. So the next part is going to be actually cleaning up the files that Windows actually has built into itself. So when you actually try to repair Windows, or Windows tries to repair itself, it has a kind of repository, and if you can keep that nice and clean, then obviously when it tries to restore files, that makes life so much easier. In order to do that, we're going to use the DISM command. So you can copy and paste this from the video description. All of these commands will be there, but what we want to use is the DISM /online /cleanup-image /start component cleanup. So what this is going to do is pretty much as it says. It's going to go online, check the latest versions of Windows, and make sure that all the components within the component store are clean. So pretty much makes sense. So when you're ready, press enter. This particular one shouldn't take too long at all, depending on obviously how much corruption is found in the system, and also the speed of your internet connection is going to have some bearing on it. But just be patient and let it complete. Okay, so when that is finished, we'll come back to this. Now, this is only part of the solution. So what we're going to do is press the up arrow key to reload our previous line, and we'll just delete the end bit. And we're going to replace the last line with RestoreHealth. So we've removed all the junk from the component store. Now we want to restore its full health. So this is going to it's going to go online, check the latest version of Windows and the component store, and then it's going to make sure that the versions you've got on your computer match the ones that it should actually have, and they're clean and fresh. So when you're ready, press enter. Again, all of these are in the video description if you just want to copy and paste them. Okay, and so when that's done, the restore operation, it should say it's completed successfully, and you're back to the prompt. Now this is great. So we've got a clean operating system, a clean component store. So now what we need to do is run another command to actually make sure that the system files are what they should be. So in order to do that, we're going to run system file checker, or sfc, then a space, / and scan now, because we want it to scan now. There are other flags or things you can put here, but we're going to use scan now. And again, Windows is going to go off and do its own thing and make sure that all the system files are as they should be, with the correct signatures and all that kind of stuff. Essentially, if your system files are bad or corrupted or wrong, Windows will become unstable or do things that it shouldn't normally do. And when it's done, you should get a message up saying that System Resource Protection has done its job. It potentially may find corrupted files and may have also repaired them. If you want to check out the logs of that, you can go to that location, c:\windows logs cbs.log. More than welcome to do that. So that is pretty much it at this point. Really, you should reboot your system, but we're not going to do that. We're actually going to do some more networking fixes. So this has been the end of all the file system checks and fixes. Now we're going to go on to networking. So I'm going to clear the screen and we'll get started. So the first one, if you're having problems with networking, maybe you're having no connectivity, intermittent connectivity, just some things aren't loading, there's a really good command you can use called IPConfig, and there's various things we can do. So the first one to do is to basically renew your IP address. So if we choose release and press enter, it's going to lose your IP address, so you'll lose connectivity. You can see from the icon in the taskbar that will be disconnected. Press up again to get IPConfig back up, and we want to choose renew. So what this is going to do, it's going to ask your router or your service provider for a new local IP address. And as you can see, that is on the screen. So now we are reconnected. Potentially for some of you, that may fix your problems. If not, you're still getting intermittent issues, then there is another 2 commands you can use. And the first one is going to be IPConfig flushdns. So this is going to basically flush all of your DNS records. Should you have changed anything, maybe you've changed VPN, maybe you changed your DNS provider, this can help to fix those sorts of problems. So we'll flush the DNS. And there you go. It says it's successfully flushed the DNS resolver cache. So that's great. So hopefully that has now fixed your connectivity problems. If for some reason it still hasn't, then it could be because some of the sockets Windows uses are actually damaged or need fixing. Now, sockets are a way that Windows uses to, on an application or usage base, create a link between how an application actually connects to the outside world or to another network location. So in order to fix that, we can use this command, so the netsh command, then winsock and reset, and then press enter. And it should say then, successfully reset the Winsock catalog. You must restart your computer in order to complete the reset. So at that point then, you can do as it says, you can close these windows down and restart your computer, and hopefully you should have fixed your problems. If not, you're more than welcome to join us on our Discord and ask any further questions. So there you go, there are some commands which will hopefully be helpful in restoring your Windows installation to peak performance. If for some reason it isn't, like I said, feel free to join us in the Discord. Links for that will be in the video description. And also, obviously, if you didn't want to watch the whole video, the commands will be listed in the video description below, so you're more than welcome to just copy and paste them and go at your own pace. You're more than welcome to do that. But I think that's going to wrap this one up. I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.